Let me show you my latest project using Remy. This is a project called Data Store. I designed this for journalists who work in different affiliates to be able to generate reports based on a data set. And this data set can be either an article, public data, such as census data or any US government data that happens to be public, or a link from a Google Drive. Furthermore, it can generate a video based on the final report that you approve. And both the video and the report can be generated in any number of a dozen languages. So let me show you how this works. This is the landing page that we're looking at when you very first come to this app and you don't have an account. So I'm going to sign in to create my account, and it's asking me to verify myself. So it's sending me a 6-digit code to my email address, and I will copy that code from my email and paste it here. So now that it's verified me, it's created my account, and I'm going to create my first story. Like I mentioned earlier, I could either use natural language to describe what I want to do, and it will automatically do the research for me and get the data and create the actual story using that data to tell the story. Or I can paste in a URL to an article or a specific data set that's public, or a public URL to a Google Sheet, or upload this data from my computer. And then likewise, I would select what language do I want the report and the video to be in. So I'm going to do English, and I'm going to describe the story here that I want to generate. And I'm just going to describe a story here. What are the rising costs of groceries in American cities since 2020? So now it takes a couple minutes for this to generate. So I'll let this generate and then resume the video once it's generated. So now our report has been generated. So this is a first draft of this report. And this is an editor for us to edit this report. This is not the final draft. We see here are sections within this report, and they also act as a table of contents where I can click on any one of these sections, and then it goes to that chart. Let me come back up at the top. Most of these reports start out with a call out with just a numerical value here, and then it shows you some information for context on that report, on that chart, and then shows you another chart. And there are a variety of different types of charts that are here, from bar charts, line charts, data point charts, and map charts. And there are no map charts in this one. So one thing that you can do as well is on any one of these reports, notice how there is this revise with AI, where you can click on this and revise this chart. So you could also make revisions in this text here directly just by editing this text. So if you're wondering, how do you know if this data is accurate? In this little section here called sources, this shows you the sources here from which it was used to generate this report. So notice here, there are these footnotes here, 1 and 2. These are the footnotes here. Like I mentioned, this is generated using public data. And then you can open this and review this content and verify that the content was accurate, or you could pull more content from it and then use in that report. So this is a collaborative effort. This is not just the AI making you a report and you just go with it. You can revise this. Furthermore, you can make some of these reports interactive. And also you could add other annotations. Some of these have annotations to them, but I don't see any in this particular report. But you could add reference lines, other callouts, and highlight regions in this report that would stay in the chart for the end user to see. You can make interactive charts. So here you can specify chart data to show elements within that chart. We're looking at this chart here, and we see that the metrics are all years. So the numbers would be years, and then you get both of them are years as well. Like these are years here in the y-axis. So you can set them to zoom, and you could also show the data table to provide a CSV file. That isn't really that useful here in this chart because it's just a bar chart. But this is something that you can do with chart types, especially with map charts. Now that we have this, suppose that I wanted to use my own branding for this. I wanted to add my logo, and I wanted to add my own color. So let's suppose that I was a journalist, I worked at a certain affiliate, and we have a certain logo and color branding that we use. You can adjust that in this report. So let me come back out. Let me use this back arrow to back up over here. Come over here to this profile button, and then go to brand theme. Here I can add a branding theme. So let me, for example, just upload a logo. And in this case, I'm just going to, for this demo, I'm going to use Remy's logo. Remy actually has a logo, which is this right here. Let's say that I use this as the primary color, and I can either set specifically other colors, or I can just generate a color palette based on this one, the one that I set as primary. So now it's set these as secondary colors. I can also set these fonts if I wanted to. Furthermore, what I can do is set a watermark for the logo. So let's say that I wanted to have my logo in the corner and wanted to show my affiliate logo. I can do that by enabling this toggle here. Now I just save these settings, come back here, and now I'm back in this dashboard where I have my stories, and here's my draft. So I click on this draft, and notice here how there's this video icon, but it says to publish your story to enable this video export. So let me publish this. And now this becomes enabled. Also, I can share and I can view this report. So let's just view this report real fast. Here we see that this report is animated and it's scrollable in the sense that as you scroll through this report, the charts become animated. Notice here how the bar charts become animated, and this report just happens to only have bar charts. So the other chart types also have animation in them. This is the experience that the end user has when viewing your report. Now let's come back over here and create a video. So now we can create a video of this report based on a landscape for YouTube, square for more like Instagram and social, and then a portrait style for more like TikTok or Reels. So I'm going to keep this for like YouTube, and it takes under a minute to generate a video. So now it has generated our video, and I can click on download here.
The price of eating, how American grocery bills exploded. Since 2020, food prices rose 23.6% since 2020. That's the steepest surge since the 70s. Grocery inflation hit 11.4% in 2022, the fastest single-year jump since 1979. Beef roasts surged 73.8% since 2020. Eggs and bread rose sharply too. Tampa saw nearly 30% inflation. San Francisco felt just half that. Low-income households spend 32.6% of income on food. That's 4 times wealthier families. Read the full report and its sources at the link shown on screen.
So this is the video segment of this report, and it's made to be 2 assets of the same thing. There's the report that is more animated, more detailed with sources, and then the video link that provides a short summary that acts as a leading cleanser for this report so that people can get a less than 1 minute version of your report and then go see the report with the sources if they want to. Notice how it has the color palette that we set from the branding and has the logo in the lower right here. So it has your logo's watermark on it. So now let me come back over here and we can share this. There's a variety of ways we could share this report. One is by a public URL, and this is something that you could just share right away with someone. You either copy it into a browser or share it from here. We're looking at the report that we looked at here. You can click on this and share it here as a copied URL or other means. Plus, we can embed the story. That means that if you have a web page on an article website or something like that, you can embed the report onto that page, and same way with the video URL. Whether you want to put it on the same page or a different page, the video URL will be there. Then likewise, you can come back to this report and generate it in a different language. It lets me know that it's going to continue in that language. And then again, in about a few minutes, the report will be generated again. So here we see the report is now in Spanish. So this app called Data Story is a great tool for journalists and researchers to be able to create a story from a data set for end users to find easy to consume. Hope that you found this video and app interesting and informative. Thank you for watching.